He's not wrong. There's a lot of data on this, and there are more single older women than there are single older men. It's not crystal clear why either. But what results is men, as they get older, their stock rises and rises. Sorry, ladies.
Here is more proof to what I was saying about men's value being raised. The older the man gets, compared to women's value, that lowers with each year, especially once they hit 30.
A man tells me he's gonna pull out, I'm immediately offended because what do you think, I'm not good enough for your... Do you think I'm ugly? What? Do you think I'm ugly? You don't want kids? That has nothing to do with this right now.
You know what's crazy? We're finally seeing older women flat out admit what men are really good for, and spoiler alert, it's not love, respect, or partnership. Nope. It's what men can provide.
And to know कि एक older woman is looking out for only sex or for something more, उसके लिए भी both of you have to be expressive enough. आज तो women also, older women are very expressive, they're very clear if they're only looking out for sex or they're looking out for a meaningful relationship, so that ना वो time waste करें ना आप time waste करें, and that is exactly जो आपका standpoint भी होना चाहिए. तो आपको बहुत clearly उनको define करना है कि maybe let's hang out together just for sex, or हम इसको एक meaningful relationship में भी turn कर सकते हैं.
Hey.
What?
I thought you're cute, I ain't gonna lie.
No, it looks like you just came off the fucking streets.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, excuse me?
Yeah.
I thought you were cute. Can I get your number?
I'm actually good on that. Can you kind of step away from me?
Wait, I can't get...
Back the fuck up.
Oh.
Why the fuck are you coming up? Like...
I thought you were pretty. Okay. Wait, excuse me? I thought you was pretty. Can I get your number?
Fuck no.
Oh shit.
They're openly saying it now, men are useful for paying bills, fixing things, giving security. But the kicker? None of that has to do with genuine affection or loyalty.
Older women dating younger men is not new, and it is not scandalous. It is charity work. You understand? Let these women give back to their communities. There's nothing wrong with that. You could either deal with someone who is taking advice from Summer Walker lyrics and meme pages, or someone who understands the nuances of relations between men and women. The choice is yours. You got to ask important questions. Does she understand when it's just lyrics? Is she listening to Summer Walker? Check his phone, cause that ain't not doing you right. And she's like, oh my God, he's not. You got mental health. You got to check. That's what happens when you got to make sure everything is in check.
It's like they don't even see men as human beings anymore. They see men as utility belts. Need rent covered? Call a man. Need emotional support after a breakup? Call a man. Need someone to fix the sink? Yup, call a man. But ask them what they actually bring to a man's life. Crickets.
And I know some of you are also going to say, oh, you picking older because older women accept a lot of your nonsense. No. I think it's because older women know how to communicate within whatever it is the context of the relationship is. Like, whether we're dealing on a high level, we're dealing on casual, we're dealing on middle level, middle tier, whatever level it is, an older woman understands that the first step is not a crash out. You understand? Younger women got energy to crash out. So you got to think that through. You got to think it through. I've known this since I was 20. I've seen my colleagues, my peers crash out, and I was like, got it. What I want, not that. Just saying. That's just me though. Yours. I think ageism against women sometimes is just weaponizing the lack of access. Because an older woman has a very clear understanding of what she wants and what she doesn't want. That's another thing we never talk about. They are very selective and very picky. But there is a point that they have reached where they know exactly what they want at the buffet. In fact, they don't want to touch too much. They just go around.
This is the reality so many guys are waking up to. They're realizing they're not being loved for who they are, only for what they can do. And that's why so many men are saying, nah, I'm out. I'll keep my money, my peace, and my freedom.
When an older woman tells you, time to come over for R&B night, when an older woman invites you for our rhythm and beat, listen, let's not get into it. Just because I don't make it to the Olympics doesn't mean I gotta sit here and say the Olympics is a trash sport. Competition. It's not. I never made it in. I was never picked. You have to understand these things. I would rather someone who understands the meaning of conflict resolution than crying at Chipotle. That's me, though. That's me. That's just me. I'm just making that clear. Soft, tender, female, feminine woman that puts the woo in man. You know why it was called woman originally? Because it's woo man. Because it can woo a man. English. Let's not get too hectic in here. I'm just saying. So Tracy Ellis Ross saying that she prefers younger men because the men her age don't see things eye to eye. I completely understand. Have you met men? Men are from the age of 30 up. And I'm in my early 30s, so I can say this. You become.
But here's the funny part. These same women will scream, "Where are all the good men?" Well, maybe they got tired of being treated like an ATM with legs. Maybe they didn't want to play the role of handyman, therapist, and financial sponsor all in one. Crazy concept, right?
Terrible, tragic year.
Yeah.
You lost your husband. You've been dealing
Wasn't necessarily her husband, it was her ex-husband at the time.
with that, and you've been looking for all different ways in which to feel and find support. And I think I would, on behalf of all the people who feel like they know you and the people who do know you, how are you feeling today?
Right in this very, very present moment, I feel happy to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel overall I'm here and I'm functioning, and I feel, I feel really grateful to be moving through the world. I think I'm okay, but it's like a daily struggle, obviously. This is like a really dumb analogy, and it was kind of a joke at a certain point, but I actually mean it. Did you see that movie, The Gorge?
No.
Okay.
Horror movie?
It's like a alien movie or something
Okay.
with Miles
Teller.
Okay. And but it's in the movie there's a cliff on one side, and then there's a cliff on the other side, and then there's gorge in between, and it's filled with all these monster people that are trying to get them. And I swear when I watched it, I was that is feels like what my grief is like, where it's or what grief could be like, where it's at all times there's a giant ocean of just awfulness that's right there, and I can see it, and sometimes I just want to just dive into it and just be in it, and then sometimes I just look at it, and then sometimes I'm I just try to get away from it, but it's always there. It's just always there, and the monster people are trying to get me like Miles Teller.
Yeah.
The truth is, older women admitting this publicly just proves what men have been saying for years: modern dating is transactional. It's not about love, it's about leverage. And once men stop playing the game, women suddenly panic.
We don't want to date someone who's over the age of 30, 31, 32. Because one, they have all of this extra life baggage. Why have you matured now? What took you so long in your life to be okay, now I'm going to start considering marriage specifically? Two, I'm wondering, am I going to be able to actually have a family with you? I know women have a clock and it's ticking. I want to have a bunch of kids. I want to have a large family. That's really important to me. I don't want to spend the first 5 to 10 years of my marriage deprogramming all of that emotional baggage, all of that trauma, all of that whatever. I don't want to have to spend all that time doing that at the same time as trying to raise a family, maybe having your emotional trauma baggage poured into the kids, into those impressionable minds. I don't want to have to deal with that. So I understand why a man, any age, whether that's 49, whether that's 20, would want to date a woman who's a little younger. It makes sense.
Because if men refuse to be used, the entire system falls apart. So, to the guys watching this, remember, if someone only values you for what you can provide, they don't value you. Don't be someone's safety net or toolkit. Be a man who demands respect, not just utility. Because here's the harsh truth: the moment you stop being useful, you'll find out exactly how much they really cared.
18.
Okay, what's the oldest age you would date without money?
20. 24. 20. 24.
Alright, what about with money?
50. I mean, they got money. 60. 30.
50, 60. Whoa.
There you have it, gentlemen. Straight from the lady's mouth. Your age is irrelevant once you have money. That's it. Stay in your purpose, build yourself, make your money, but you gotta still build that body. Even in your 50s, 60s, you're gonna still be picking up 18-year-olds. A lot of these women saying, oh, these men are just going overseas and taking advantage of these young women that don't have anything. These are Western 18-year-olds that are telling you they will still date a 50, 60-year-old man. You will never expire as a man. Welcome to the world we're living in. Subscribe.
We have to get mothers and fathers in alignment. Women have to admit and quit saying you don't need a man, you don't need a husband, you don't need a father, because yes, you do. You might not need him to pay your bills, you might not need him to fix your car, but men are more than paying bills. Men are more than changing the flat tire or taking out the trash. A man's presence, his mindset, his ability to problem solve, his ability to see through things, his ability to be calm under some of the most precarious situations are something that kids have to see so that they know how to navigate the strains of life.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.